The fact that now we won that game means that now Assassin HECARIM is officially back, and it's time for me to make the official Season 14 HECARIM guide. That's what it means. What's up, YouTube? So, we are currently doing the official Season 14 HECARIM guide. So, without further ado, let's get into it. The video today is going to be covering build, rune choice, as well as pathings you want to take and everything. So, let us run it. Alright, so, step 1 to Season 14. 3-cam clears are no longer viable. Therefore, nowadays, the way that you want to play is you want to play for either a full clear or a level 1 invade every single game. Right now, we do not have a stronger top lane, and we also do not have a stronger bot lane. So, as a result, we have to play for full clear. Full clearing towards bot is better than full clearing towards top, because the enemy bot lane is going to shove into ours, which means there are free gank opportunities, especially with the hard CC that my bot lane offers me at level 4. So, that's why this game is a full clear top to bot. But the way it works is whenever you full clear, okay, you want to use your ward level 1 to ward the opposite buff that you're starting. So, if you're starting red, then you have to ward your blue early. If you're starting blue, then you have to ward your red. This way, if the enemy jungler does any kind of cheese pathing, you'll know right away exactly where they're going and what to do. So, as for now, the actual typical clear, it's just standard full clear, okay? And while we're doing the standard full clear, I'll go over rune selection. So, Conqueror is a rune that I've tried a lot, but honestly I don't really like. Never really have liked it, and I don't think I ever will. So, that's why what I've been recently running is Phase Rush with Tenacity every game. What Phase Rush Tenacity does is you don't need Ingenious Hunter anymore, and you also don't really need Inspiration. So, getting Tenacity is good. Because if you're ever unable to like dodge an ability or something like that, then it just means that you won't get insta blown up before the CC duration ends, right? So that's why every single game, same exact runes, always, always, always. So it looks like our bot somehow managed to get Prio on a Jhin Xerath lane, which I don't know how that happened. But maybe we'll still be able to find a gank opportunity. We'll see. Alright, so now we know that the enemy took the Raptors, which means that since it is a Teemo, he probably cleared bot to top. Because I don't think there's any way that if he was clearing top to bot, he could have a faster clear than me. Okay. I don't think there's a chance I can kill this. So what I'll do instead is I'll play for a mid gank. I'm not going to use my E, that way my E will be up so that I can just like run onto the Anivia right away. The only thing I have to keep in mind is that Teemo, there is a chance he does counter this. Not that I think it'll be too bad if he does, but just something to keep in mind, right? Perfect. And now, always tax your laners. So, first back pretty much always stays the same. This is one of those rare games where Merc Treads could be really insane. But the thing is that you already have Tenacity, so I don't think we're going to need an overcap CDR. But we'll actually give it a try this game. We'll give it a try, because I haven't really given this build like super thorough testing yet. So this will be like a little bit of an interesting... What am I doing? Okay. So anyways, we'll try something new this game. Because normally, if you're versus a comp that's like split damage, ADAP, whatever, then you always just want to get Onion Boots into Longsword on first back and start building Shojin components. But this game they have Anivia, Teemo, Xerath who are 100% AP, right? And then they also have Warwick who does a lot of magic damage and also has a lot of CC. So because of that, I think that Merc Treads is going to be really good here. But the thing is, if you're going to rush tier 2 boots like Merc Treads or Tabby, you never, ever want to finish that on your first back. So that's the reason why we're trying this here. So here, this is another big thing. Grubs or Dragon? Everyone always asks this. And this is my take on it. Give first Grubs and trade first Dragon. Because that way if your team gets ahead, then you just snowball, right, with Soul as early as possible. And if your team gets behind, then the enemy team cannot close out with Soul, right, because they don't have it since you stalled the game by a dragon or two. So as a result, first objective should always be Dragon. I'm just going to wait a little bit, though. We're going to get 3 Q-Sacks off the Grump and then look for bot gang. Okay. Perfect. So I'm just going to take the wave. Actually, I was going to look to ult on him, but no, I think it's better to just play for the strike here. Normally, if I was playing, let's say, let's say I was playing Challenger here, I would probably recall, just because my Tam Kench would want to look to back and the enemy could look for, like, a collapse on me. But this game, we're just going to play for the Dragon, because I don't think we're going to get contest on this. It's weird enough that Warwick rotated down, but I don't think he'll, like, commit. And even if he does, we should clear in time. Because if Tam Kench was, like, way lower, and he was forced to reset, then... Just going to ult over the wall so I don't have to die to either of these two, and then I kill the Zerath. Now we can just get a recall off. Okay, so now we're going to grab this. Get a Ruby Crystal as well. And then we're going to run straight here. Because the thing is, Yon was just in lane for like the last 20 minutes, so he should be able to rotate. Swain is also full HP, full mana. So if they do go on the grubs, we can probably contest this. Alright, so now we're just going to do this, and maybe look for a top gank after. Wow. The fact that he actually can test me on that's crazy. I mean, I didn't think I'd actually die there, so I'm surprised I did, but I guess it's whatever. Once we get Merc Heads, we should be fine. So now off respawn, I think I'll probably just do a top to bot full clear. Because if I do a top to bot full clear here, I can get to my my buy-in on time to just get like free kills on them. So now we just play top to bot. State of the game looks like our soul lanes are not having a good time. But at least our buy-in is. Alright. So now just bot side clear and then probably invade enemy bot here. I'm just wondering if I could even like counter gank this mid. I don't think so. Let me see where Timo runs. Alright, Timo's gonna come for the crabs, so we're gonna kill him on out. Oh my god. Having to dodge Jhin Zerath, Jesus. Alright, so now we're gonna see. Guys, listen. I know this is a HECARIM guide video, but truth be told, there's a chance that I don't even know what I'm doing right now. So you guys are gonna have to bear with me while we test out secondary or boot option being a defensive item, okay? So normally, in normal games, you always want to go Ionian. But this is one of those rare games where I do think Merc Heads does have value. So we're going to have to give it a shot here. Okay. I think I'll probably just do like another top to bot clear. Because if I get collapsed on by Nivea again, it's not going to be fun. Actually, maybe I'll go for a top gank here. See, that was like the one thing that I was worried about, was Rourke being able to get ult off. That's the reason why I was kind of doing like jittery movements there. Because I thought that if he ults, then there's a chance that he just like straight up misses it, but yeah, he didn't miss it. I could maybe look to regang top here, but I don't think it's worth my risk. Would be much better for me to just play for dragons. Because again, something that you guys have to understand too is that especially nowadays, since Baron is much harder to take, and there is no such thing as like a first herald, that game length has actually increased by a lot, right? So the vast majority of the time, these games are going to soul. So if your team is able to get the soul, then you're winning, like, a lot of your games, right? So that's the reason why, like, people that just play for grubs and stuff like that, I feel like they just don't understand how long the games are lasting nowadays. But with time, as you see, like, people playing hundreds and thousands of games, they'll start to really realize, like, these games are lasting 30 minutes to an hour again. It's no more of this, like, 15-minute FF kind of stuff anymore. Obviously, you still have, like, some games where that does happen, but it's not that common. There's Assault on the Gen if he flashes. Perfect, got the cannon. Alright, so now we can reset and probably look for the grubs. Second item is kind of situational, to be honest. Your second item can be literally whatever you want it to. In a game where you're very far ahead, right? So like the classic item that I think going every game is like good is opportunity. But in a game like this, let's say I was like behind or the enemy team was further ahead, I think Moss second could be fine. If they have like Surfing Sona, Serpent second is also really fine. So your second item is completely situational to the game they're playing. If the enemy team is full AD, that stance is really good, right? So your second item every game has to be situational depending on what the enemy team has, okay? So into full AD, I think that stance is good. Into full AP, I think Maw is good. Standard setup would be opportunity. And then if the enemy team is like full shielding, then that's when you go Serpents, alright? That's like the blueprint that you want to follow. Okay, so Teemo is walking towards this top side, so we're going to look for an invade here on him. Look at that damage. I'm really sad that I didn't have my phase rush up again. If he walks up too far though. Perfect. Now I just walk here to aggro the Gromp and then we can start killing it here. Because my W is still active, right? So your W damages over walls. Which means you can get premature aggros on literally every camp in the game. Okay, so here I could play for Herald, but in all honesty, I don't think Herald is like that insane anymore. I think wait, unless this guy walks up like this. Okay, like if you can play for Herald, I think that like not playing for it's fine. Prioritizing things like item spikes or resets or dragon spawns over Herald is way better. Like here, for example, I don't have any team on the map. The enemy team has their entire team on the map, right? So what is my play? Just reset. Like, I'm not going to coin flip Herald and risk my shutdown just for something that doesn't do anything. So I'm just going to play for opportunity. And then this is where the build comes online, okay? Tap 1 if you guys are right for this. So the Profane Hydra. This is where everything starts to make sense, all right? It's when you get this item that you're like, oh, okay. So now, this is just a general jungle fundamental tip. Your level of priority in games is as follows. Major objective, side laning / turrets, enemy jungle invade, your own jungle. Right now when we look at the map, what is up? The Herald, okay? So since the Herald is our highest level of priority, because it is like, because it's like an objective, right? It means that we have to play for the Herald. So we're just going to grab this. And then what's the second priority? Side laning. So my team's already going to win this fight. And there's a big wave top. So second priority, side laning, right? So now we're just playing for this. And our third, so now we think back, okay, well, then it's invading, then it's like doing all this stuff. But first priority is always what? Dragon. So this is the reason why I'm looking at timers. I'm looking at dragon, and I see dragon is up in like 40 seconds. I was thinking of using Herald to kill the turret here, but Anivia TPing stopped that. So now we're looking back. We're like, okay, I'll just take Gromp. And then if I reset after Gromp, right, then what can I do? Oh, I can get right on dragon for its spawn. So it's all about this. It's all about level. It's all about setting your priorities and then doing them in that order, right? So since your first priority is always an objective, then that should always be the thing you're playing for. So now I just want to get Q stacks before dragon spawn, then we can play for this. Perfect. And now we can just get the dragon for free. So you always want to reset when you have enough for an item power spike, right? So that means this game we're going to want to reset when we have enough for profane. So profane we can get in like 30 gold, which means that we can get it right after we finish drag. So it's insta reset into doing what? Side laning top. Because we want to be at the same, on the same timer as a Baron, right? Same top side, 1 minute as a Baron. So this way I get my profane, I can get the red buff out of base, side lane top for a bit, and then we can look for something. So now we see that Teemo's coming towards top, right? What's he going to want to do? He's going to want to clear this, so we're just going to send this bush and wait for him. Yeah, Assassin HECARIM's back. I love it. So now I could literally probably end the game here. That's how crazy it is. Unironically, I'm like 90% sure I can end the game here. The fact that Anivia lived with 1 is just so sad, though. I mean, listen, on the bright side, I have like 2.7k now. So your next item can be literally whatever you want in the entire game. If you want to get more lethality, you can do more lethality. If you want to get Eclipse, you can do Eclipse. If you want to get an item like Serax or Maul, you can definitely do that as well. I think Cyrilda's is like the standard go-to though, because the thing is that at this point in the game you have enough damage to like literally one tap, and Cyrilda's makes it so you one tap like even faster. Because like Cyrilda's actually got a buff that I didn't even realize that much, because even though they nerfed the percent armor pen, they give it 15 lethality. So it means that it's an even better item against squishies nowadays. Alright, so now first priority is Baron every game, right? So all we have to do now is just run straight to the Baron with our team and we just end here. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I've never seen this level of one shot ever. I played Assassin HECARIM for an extremely long time, right? I was the one who actually innovated Assassin HECARIM, and I've never seen an Assassin HECARIM do this much damage in my entire life. But you wanna know why? It's because of Profane Hydra. Like, this item literally adds another like 600-700 damage to your full combo. Like, if I could get on the Anivia here, I'll show you. Look at what a full combo is. See how it's like, you're literally one-shotting. Alright, so now we just wait for the Baron here and we're good. Alright, so now we take the Baron. Alright, Cyrilda's purchased. So now if you guys want like some really crazy damage, I'm sure you could go like Yumu's as well. Just for fun, see how it does. He's trying to run. No. I want to bait him into like thinking he can live when like he can't actually live, you know, just for fun. That way his team sings along with him. Alright, so now first order of priority is Dragon, right? So what do? We get Soul. And now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of excited to see how a HECARIM with Cloud Soul does. Also, keep in mind that this game, our Soul laners both underperformed, and our support also wasn't doing that much. Yeah, we still have this level of impact. Oh. My active of the Profane Hydra just did 700 damage. Do you guys understand, like... Did, like... Oh my god. Give me Yumus, please. Oh my god. 600 AD. My active does 800 damage. Do you guys understand this? What is this item? Oh, I want to see if I could literally just one-shot with the Profane. It only did 800 damage there, though. A little bit of an anticlimactic ending, I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, so that's Season 14 HECARIM. Assassin HECARIM is not only alive and well, but it's better than it has ever been. So listen, abuse this build as fast as you can, get all your LP as fast as you can, and then, yeah, you can thank me later for it. Perfect. Ionian Boots, Shojin. Opportunity, Profane Hydra, Seroldas. Get this, you are 1v9 every game.